Good afternoon once again from the World Government Summit. Very pleased to welcome Ms. Nesrine Halima, Senior Director at PwC in charge of policies, a highly experienced lady in this regard. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Saleh, and thank you for having me.
Thank you. Basically, what special do you have at World Government Summit 2024 this year?
Well, every year we are very excited to participate in the World Government Summit, but this year is especially important for us. We're announcing the launch of the Global Ministers Survey. We currently have about 50 responses. So as a scoop to the World Government Summit, we're releasing the initial findings alongside an invitation to global ministers to please participate in this global dialogue that will shape policies in the future. As with every year, we are also partnering with the World Government Summit on the Best Ministers Award. So this is a collaboration we're especially proud of, given the fact that it's a very strong representation of the power of public-private collaboration, as well as thought leadership that spans everything you can think of, from the future of crime to regenerative medicine, you name it. We're on it.
Basically, in terms of policies, as you know, the whole region, especially the GCC, is revamping their policies to be aligned with the global, basically, policies such as the European Union or the US and other parts. And you, as a global multinational company in this regard, with focusing on policies, how do you foresee the future of the Middle East and the way to modernize the policies across the board, especially covering the topics and the sectors that you just mentioned?
Thank you for that. I think this is a really exciting time for our region. I think the discussion this morning covered very quickly, but very importantly, the shift in global power. And definitely transformation is coming now from this region. Yeah. As a firm, we operate as a network of firms. And I think this makes us very unique in that the value proposition we give to each government is tailored to the specifics and needs of that government. As a result, the power of the transformative vision that's happening in the region is translated even internally for us as a firm. We see a lot of iconic projects across sectors coming out from the Middle East and from the different countries, especially in the GCC, that are pioneering government transformation, especially sustainability.
In terms of basically, it's both ways. It's reciprocal, basically, in terms of policies and sharing knowledge. What about from the Middle East to the world?
I think this is a really fascinating dynamic, because I think we are turning the conversation over, and for the first time we are seeing the power of transformation coming from the region and going to the world. Yeah. So if we're talking about digital transformation or the transformation to renewable energy, as I know the focus is for you, I think we're coming up with a narrative that the world hears and acknowledges. The transition is happening. The countries of the GCC are the top investors in clean technology, but at the same time, it's a very responsible transition that takes account of the social needs, the obligations and responsibilities of governments towards the softer side of development.
Data privacy is a very hot topic. As you know, Mr. Elon Musk was here at the World Government Summit last year, and he urged for basically caution, basically with AI and all that. And what is the role of PwC, and how are you advising governments basically in taking care of this ultra-sensitive point?
Thank you. I think that's an amazing question. And I think I will take you a little bit into the construct of PwC, because I think it's very relevant to this conversation. I think beyond the national efforts that are happening, most recently the UAE established a council for artificial intelligence in Abu Dhabi. We also lean on our global experts and our global teams. So we do have a global leader for regulation. And actually, we hosted him alongside our global government leaders here in Dubai just last week. And this was the topic of discussion. Regulating AI, what are the opportunities, what are the challenges? I think the value proposition that we bring in as PwC allows us to lean on these global experts to understand the dynamics that are happening at a global level, but then our ability to work with local governments from strategy through to execution allows us also to tailor it to the specifics of our region and with an understanding of what the priorities of the governments in the region are.
Nesrine, thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you, Saleh. Thank you.